like this comment. The guy was honest. I like honest comments. I feel I'm happy. I'm happy with the audience and the people that leave comments here. It's like 99% like good. Like the algorithm, I used to make fun of the algorithm, but it's like, I think it's doing its job. It's like finding the people who are tuned. That's what it's about. It's about quality, not quantity. Imagine having 100,000 or 1 million people like non-duals on my channel. No way. I'd shut it down. So a guy left a comment and said, because I made that previous video about there's no free will, something. There's a sense of free will, and yeah, I know. But then he left a comment and said, okay, well, if there's no free will, then do I just like sit here and just don't do anything? It was honest. I could feel the energy, the vibration. Like he wasn't being a smartass. Those people I don't, not interested in. But no, he was clearly like asking, because it makes sense to the mind. That's the thing. The mind's asking the question. So that's what we got to look at. But I like questions like that because then we can look at it. And then I actually have energy to respond. It's not like, comments like, there was this girl once, she would do things like, just boundless love, my unicorns, is what she said. And I remember I asked her once, she was 25 or 26, and we were talking about something. And I'm like, well, later, I don't remember what we were talking about, but I'm like, later, maybe when you're older, you'll do maybe less of this little girly stuff, She says, what girly stuff? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, oh, okay, my bad. Nah, I was tripping. Like, she didn't even, to her, that's like normal. And so I'm glad I don't get those comments. All right, so back to if there's no free will, then just what? Why am I making a video? If I made a video before saying there's no free will, I'm not saying that in dogmatic way, by the way, there's no free will. There's a very strong sense of free will. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if I was saying before that there was no free will, then this person that asked the question could also ask me then, why are you making the videos then? Why are you making the videos? Are you choosing to make the videos? You're using your will to make the video, aren't you? No, I'm not. And I'm not being non-dual silly about it. When I say that, I'm gonna explain in a sober way. The life force that animates this physical body, it's making the videos. It's using my mouth to do the speech and my hands to, like the TED Talkers. They got that stuff down. Speaker posture or something. So the life force is doing all this. It gives the mind the idea on what the video is going to be about. It's doing everything. I'm not doing it. Unless you want, see, who's I? We have to define I. If I want to label the life force and the physical body and the emotional body and mental body, if I want to label that as I, then I'll say, yeah, I'm doing it. But if I say that, I don't really mean it. It's more for conversational language, because that's cool too. You don't get to where you just talk stupid. You play the game. It's like if you're doing a theater play and the language has a certain accent, you play the accent. You signed up to do the play. What are you gonna do? Tell them no, I don't want to do the accent. Okay, well then we'll get somebody else to do it. So same as the human show. We have to use words. We refer to ourselves as I and me, and even though it's superficial, but so what? Don't take your role so serious. The human role, we're playing, So if I want to call me the life force and body and all that me, then yeah, I'll say I'm making the video. But if we break it down more deep, it's the life force that's causing the tendency in the mind to do the video and allows the voice to speak to make the video. Okay, what causes the life force to do that? Why does it want to do that? If you're like me, those are the questions I would ask. I want to get to the bottom, like what? And then there's no bottom. You just keep asking. There's no end to this. Why did God do that? I don't know. So the life force, what causes that to do what it does? You can't figure that out. I mean, you can say it's based on certain karmic, everything's karma, certain karmic, certain things that I did in previous lives, certain, tendencies that I watered, certain gifts, that I have, and then that culminates into your next life, and then you do certain things. Some people are gravitated toward playing the piano or whatever. I'm gravitated toward this. I've always been a guide on some level since I was 15. Since I went to if you want to get technical, I went to a rehab, got clean, got about 90 days clean, and then I started working with other people who just had a day clean. They're like, because they'd hear me speak at a meeting, they're like, hey man, I'd like to talk to you. I'm having trouble here. Okay, cool, let's talk. So it started back then, because it's the destiny. You allow your destiny to unfold, and then let it run. It's running your life. Like it's this. Like you're not doing anything. That goes back to the title, right? Like, do I just sit and do nothing? You can't just sit and do nothing anyway. Try it. Try it as an experiment and see how long you can sit and do nothing. Just sit really, just right, don't move. See how long you can do that. You're going to get up at some point. Why? Life force makes you get up. It's running the show. The mind can't understand this. The mind tries to logically deduce existential things. It can't do it. It's suffice to say, let the life force guide and show you. And it's like Papa G said. Somebody asked him in the morning, when you get up, how do you decide what you're going to do? He says, I see my shoes moving, I jump in them, and then I just start riding. This is what we're all doing. It's not just he's doing that. We're all doing that, but we don't know it. A lot of us. We don't know it. We think we're making decisions and stuff. Like, yeah, I'm gonna like go to school and be an astronaut. I'm watching that movie, A Million Miles Away. It seems pretty good. I watched because of time, I watch 15 or 20 minutes every day when I'm eating my dinner. I'll watch it. It's pretty good. I like it. I like hearing the people speak Spanish because I'm starting to understand more. So, yeah, everyone is being guided by this life force, but it's just the mind that imagines it's doing something. It takes the credit for what the life force is doing for you. I didn't choose to make this video any more than you're choosing to watch this video. This is the truth. This is the play of life and the play of God. He's animating this being and animating your being, and then he's talking to himself and watching himself, and this is what he's doing. Not really doing anything. Transcending that's part of the evolutionary process, that we have to first believe that we're doing something, then we suffer that, because it's too much to carry, man. My shoulders aren't that wide to carry this life. No way. Figuring out everything, it's just too much. So we hit bottom at some point, and just I don't know, we find a teacher or a video or a book, and then something suggests you know what, just take it easy, man. Let life flow through you. And you're ready now, you're primed, because you've already experienced how it is to not do that. So you've heard things and listened to somebody at the right time. It was prescribed at the right time. Everything is, we just forget. And so then you're like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna cooperate with it, just flow with this river? Why do I keep trying to swim upstream? Then that principle, that becomes your spiritual practice, and you catch yourself out more and more when you're not doing that. The appearance of you not doing that. That's also written in the script that you not do that. Otherwise, you couldn't taste what transcendence is, which is to stop doing that. It's all good. Everything's right. There's nothing wrong. That's my message. See you.